And let's see, we got Raz here.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Who's
if you want
playing?
to know, if you want to know who he based his character off of, go read or listen to the novel series Way of Shadows.
Okay.
All I have to say though, it was funny the other day when we were when me and Raz were talking to him, because he's like, I don't know what to build, I don't know what to do, and then we told him and showed him how to do feats. He's like, you guys are really into this game, aren't you?
Yeah,
Because it's like
Yeah.
when we told
you all are.
because we showed him 3 different ways that he can get a lot more damage out, and he couldn't believe it. He's like, oh.
The optimal build. Best part about optimal builds, they are great until I come in and make optimal enemies.
Well, the other thing was that I offered him Piercer so he could get more damage off on a crit,
There you go.
because he's using technically Whip Chain.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. How is everyone doing today, by the way?
Not too bad. Kind of tired after a long drive, but such is life.
Mm-hmm. I feel you there.
Woke up at 3:30 in the morning, packed everything up in the dark, and headed out for a 6-hour drive back home.
And you are here with us, which is amazing to me.
Exactly. And now I get to do another hard reset and switch back to night schedule.
Yep. But you
But
also have a
that's why
day
I
off.
took Monday off.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have another
Oh,
day
yeah.
off. You're
You're
fine.
an adult.
Mind you, he took a day off on a 4-day week. So is he
I
really?
mean,
You
I
guys
got-
went out someplace.
I mean, I'm going to my next week off, so we're good there. But
Nice.
I think it's time. Hello, everyone. Since we are all
Hello.
here, also hi, Gentle. I know you're there or sleeping.
Probably sleeping.
Hello.
In the way
You're-
background, I'm here.
I'm here. Anyway, welcome everyone to the Chaos Group of Aldaria. We've been a while since we last left off, so a little bit of a recap. Our heroes have managed to come from the village of Ebenlock, where a cult activity was going down. After successfully burning a large cache of weapons and narrowly avoiding crazy cults, a angry dragonborn, angry dragons, and Scooby-Doo shenanigans, you have all managed to make your way back to the city of Ostia, where, upon arriving back, you are not only given a great reward of money and magical items due to the sponsor of Jeff the Dragonborn, you also were given privilege to see a large coterie of different noble houses all across the Venrion Alliance, making their way to the city of Ostia. Whether unbeknownst to then everyone, their benefactor, one who stalks among the grass, or Stalker, a Tabaxi shadow monk, graced you with the presence of his lord and master, Nigel Northwood, a new up-and-coming nobleman of the Venrion Alliance, who has taken over one of the 9 houses. You all managed then to accept, begrudgingly, and some with very much acceptance, a long-term job of 10 gold per day to not only be escorts to Lord Northwood as he attends the festivities and the meetings with everybody in the nobility, but also to work with Jeff and Stalker, mostly Jeff, to have a little nose on the ground, as this many people coming to the city has boosted trade, has boosted many different eyes and ears opening, and of course means that secrets run abound. You have all been those. Just as a reminder, the people who are joining Lord Northwood is Honor, the Tiefling Wizard, and Roland, the Gunslinger Human, as well as an unknown person who Lord Nigel will be bringing along with him. The others are on duty to scout out the city, to talk to people in the many different market districts, to some of the red light districts, to many other different parts of Ostia, to see any information about growing tensions, either between houses, between the suspicious rumors of activity to the northern part of the Alliance, as well as more information about this mysterious cult that has been, well, let's just say, doing very bad things. And we begin. So the day opens up. The sun parches through now into a nicer inn that you all are being staying at, thanks to Lord Northwood's accommodating features. You all wake up in the Spineback Inn, a small inn in the midtown of Ostia. So, you all wake up. What do you do?
Lux is waking up, and the first thing he's doing is working out. Like, hard. He's like, I went down in the last fight, so I am making my body deal with this stuff. It's not gonna happen again.
It's been about 3 days since that last fight, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I was going to say any day, it would be about a Wednesday.
Day. Sorry.
Yeah, I think around this time Thomas would also be getting up relatively early in the morning and going to go find Lux to have a little chat.
Mm-hmm.
Roland's pretty much just up, doing his usual, rolling a morning cigarette or afternoon cigarette, depending on the time of day that they're waking up.
It is about 8. It's about 7:30 in the morning right now.
Okay, so yeah, he's definitely rolling a cigarette and starting a fire.
Okay, staring that. So,
Honor's probably doing. Yeah, she's working on her code.
what is Drake doing?
I think probably just get started looking around and asking questions in the city.
All right, so you're getting ready, coming downstairs. The inn, as you guys are making your way, doing your morning activities, you do hear the sounds of bustling activity. The city itself has been gained a lot more tourists as well as traders and vendors. And so the inns themselves are much more crowded. So even though it's not early in the morning, but you can hear a good amount of people downstairs as you hear a Lux on your door, a knocking.
Lux is sweating a little bit. He gets up and he walks towards the door and opens it.
And you see Thomas there.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. How about you?
I'm alright. Just
Got some free time to chat?
yeah. What's up?
I just wanted to check in on you, buddy.
Oh. Appreciate it. Okay.
You
Just-
sure? Nothing weighing on you?
Pride. I tried to do my best to make sure I don't go down in fights, and that's the first one I ever went down in. Just hurts.
I know how you feel.
You've come a long way since we met.
I have?
Yeah. You on the first day we met you went down on the first day from that man with the sword or the knife.
Yeah, with all the craziness going on, I almost forgot about that.
Don't be scared as much. You're a reliable friend.
I'm always good for a chat. I don't think of myself as much as a fighter.
Well, let's just say the The stain on your leg was a little obvious, man. Now let's fight. You know, you didn't have to leak yourself.
I'm sorry. I got stuck in a giant room with a big old dragon man chasing me. What am I supposed to do there?
You did the right thing by running away, but you need to have a little bit more bladder control. Yeah. All right, how about this? Why don't you come with me and we go start working out? I'll toughen you up.
By the
Honestly,
way,
had-
as you guys are you guys having this conversation like in the middle, like the door's open, you're just talking like in that doorway?
Pretty much.
Yeah. At this point, Drake, you're walking by to go downstairs, and you're hearing all of this as you're passing by.
Wait, sorry, what?
It's all right.
Morning, Drake.
Yeah, morning, Drake. As you're kind of walking, you're hearing them talk about this as you're passing by, just seeing Thomas and the little gnome barbarian Lux talking to each other. And at that moment that they wet yourself, that's the moment you walk across them.
Just smirk and keep walking.
Little smirk, I love it.
Come on, let's go work out. We'll put some meat on those bones.
I'd much prefer just trying to find some better armor.
Well, then we'll.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take care of an emergency phone call.
No worries.
Oh,
Man.
you're fine.
You're good. We
Real
were
life
just
always
talking
first.
there. Yep. So as you guys head on down, Drake, you're the first one to head down. You see that everything is bustling right now, Drake. You see the innkeepers and all the servants and maid servants are all kind of going around, and they're doing a lot of different spices and sausages, and you hear the sounds of a roaring kitchen busy. It's almost like you were walking down into the rush hour of like a mom and pop breakfast restaurant. It's crazy, but everything is good and organized. But you do see there, just sitting in nice kind of chainmail armor with the insignia of a red rose on a black tabard, is Jeff, the Dragonborn, sitting there drinking a morning cup of tea.
I'd go sit down
Mm.
next to
Hey.
like a bar at a table.
It's like an actual table and looks pretty nice. Like there's chairs and there's like silverware. There's like little flowers on there as well.
Is Jeff's wearing that signet you said on his armor, or
Yeah, it's kind of like if you imagine like a badge. Like he's like got like a little cape and everything, like a little like kind of like a little cloak thing, and that is like
Like
attached.
that-
to it.
like equivalent in size? Would you say to like the Hand of the Kingpin per se from Game of Thrones? Would that be like an equatable?
Yeah,
size?
kind of, but it's kind of more almost like a shield and a crest, like a
Okay.
shield, like a crest almost. And it's like
Okay,
on
cool.
that.
Roland, after he rolls his cigarette and gets it lit, comes downstairs. I mean, seeing that design, a smirk would cross his face, and he would just kind of tilt his head slightly upwards, just kind of like looking in the direction as if looking for particular pathways, as it were. But then just goes back and nods to Jeff calmly.
Morning, Roland. Oh, morning, Drake. Settle down,
Morning.
both of you. I've got some food coming my way, but I'm sure we can get you guys something.
That would be appreciated. That get up is new.
Yeah, sorry. It's I've got some. Oh, that reminds me. And he pulls out one for you too, Drake. And he's like, you're gonna need this. And he gives you kind of like that same badge with the rose and the black tabard signal. He's like, you'll need this if you're working for Lord Northwood.
Well, we have to wear this.
Yeah, as long as you have it on you. He kind of like takes a long sip of his seat. I mean, I'm wearing it because I'm part of a guard. I mean, I kind of have to. I've been
Are
chosen.
these for his bodyguards?
Sort of. I'm more wearing it because I'm more his representative on the guard. You guys can just keep him with you. I mean, you are going to be with him, Roland. So, I mean, if you want to wear it, that's cool. But I mean, you're going to be with him anyway. This is more of a in case anyone kind of, comes up to you and starts giving you trouble, you can wave that around and you can pretty much get out of not, murdering someone or stealing something, but it might help if get you into places, talk to people. I don't know. I was just told to give it to you. I was told to give it to them.
I appreciate it, Jeff.
Likewise. Hopefully it will be useful, but I'll keep it in the bag for now.
That's good. Like I said, I have to wear it. You guys, especially. I mean, you notice that he doesn't give you one, Roland, because he's like, you're gonna be with Nigel, Lord Northwood anyway. It's more about the ground team that now we're working with. So anyway, I'm gonna be heading up North Markets here soon. I was wondering, Drake, you want to come with me, or what do you want? There's a couple of markets first pick, so I didn't see anyone else getting up and coming down.
I was more thinking of going specifically to companies, like trading companies. I mean, will that be in the same area?
Let's see. North Town is more the dock districts, kind of where the river is. There's a couple of bigger trading shipments. I was going to head over to the Vaku. I was going to go ahead with the Allstia Trade Commission. They've got some stuff coming in from the Vakus, but, I mean, it's not where all the markets are. That's where the shipping is. If you're looking for the markets, that's more here in Midtown. But I suppose you can go anywhere.
We can go to the shipping first. So the markets can go on anywhere.
Alright, we'll go after that. We'll get some food in you first here. And he kind of like motions a waiter, like a servant over, and he like orders everyone just like, you guys good with eggs and biscuits?
That sounds perfect.
Okay, eggs and biscuits, around for everybody. An extra heaping of bacon and sausage for everyone too. And feeling like we're gonna have our guests coming down here soon. Of course, sir. And you see the little halfling run away and grab that. At this time, I'm assuming everyone else is kind of making their way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you just see Jeff. You see Roland just kind of sitting there, rolling his cigarette. Just kind of sitting there with everyone. You see Drake talking to Jeff and kind of them going over notes and kind of discussing plans about where to go, what to tackle first. As you guys are entering down, I would think. You notice, however, that Roland is looking. I mean, he's wearing something very nice. Like Roland, you were taking shopping, and given like very nice looking clothing, like respectable, noble wear clothing. That is
Into my armor wouldn't be that much of a problem, as it were. Like the coat wouldn't be a problem to wear with the clothing.
No. Your coat, it fits over perfectly. You still cut the same figure, but you look very distinguished at this point.
You can tell that Roland definitely, even though it kind of looks familiar on him, his face, he looks almost uncomfortable in a way.
Oh yeah, it's something that you're used to. It is the stiff clothing of a nobleman. Besides that, however, Thomas and Lux, you guys come down wearing just your normal clothing. And Honor, as you come down in your very beautiful dress, kind of in that same pure black with almost like gold trimming and gold leaf coming up one side, as well as kind of inner working patches of across the almost chest region into a beautiful, ornate, almost red floral pattern.
Perfect.
As you all three come down, and you just see Jeff kind of look up, and he stands up. Hello, friends. Come here, sit. Food is on its way.
Wonderful. Привет.
So Lux is gonna sit down, and he's gonna bring a chair, and he's gonna pat it for Farm Boy. And when we get food, Lux is deliberately gonna be giving him a lot of food.
Yeah, you see the halfling come in, and he's bringing like eggs and a big bowl with different sausages, bacon, ham, biscuits, and fresh butter, and a fresh like a strawberry compote almost. So
We're
you
gonna
all sit down. Oh, and of course tea and coffee as well, and giant pitchers.
We're bulking you up today. You're not gonna be a
Definitely taking a
scarecrow.
cup of coffee.
As much as I appreciate the sentiment, there have been times where I've eaten a lot and it has not done much.
Well, it's different when we're actually gonna put that to work.
Mm.
I don't see how that's much different from farm work. Throwing bales of
Yep.
hay is much like doing
Yep.
push-ups.
We just gotta stretch out your stomach then.
What I would say, it's not. Doesn't seem like a wise idea to just radically change the amounts.
Mhm.
Like, slowly portioning up sounds
I'm not
maybe
really
helpful.
sure what stretching the stomach would do either.
I mean, we put the guards at the same thing. It sometimes helps, but mostly it just gives them into a terrible stomachache and we laugh as they puke on the floor during basic training.
Hmm. But he's
Yeah,
just
Oh,
sorry.
so hazing is the same everywhere.
I mean, we all have to do it at some point.
Well, they just have
Uh,
weak stomachs. This is how I was brought up.
Oh, there. Well, some of us have weak stomachs, and then you see the third man gutted in the street corner, and you kind of lose. Yeah. Anyway.
Fair enough.
that doesn't sound like a pleasant sight. Honored. That's also new. Jeff's wearing something new. You're wearing something. Everybody else will.
Yeah, this is the first time we've actually seen her hair like not in a braid too. It's
Yeah.
just down.
Oh, and at that point, Jeff does give both Lux and Thomas their kind of badges.
Oh, I see. Pretty.
Mm-hmm. We're just talking. I was talking with Drake here, and we're gonna be heading up to the two of us are gonna be headed up to the dock districts, and we're gonna go see if we can't figure out some shipments. I'm gonna be talking with the trade commission there, and we can see there. Then we're going to mid markets. I mean, from what I said, all we're supposed to do right now is gather information. Maybe go somewhere, get some stuff. I don't know. Honestly, it's up to you guys.
If I may offer, just for a little added security, I have spent the last couple of days coming up with a code. Just for a little extra security in case papers go missing.
A code for.
Just in case papers go missing, so we have a way of communicating with each other.
Where's Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, where's the other short
Where's
one?
that little shithead?
If you're talking about Master Corpus, apparently he was taken by Stalker. Apparently they're going to be doing. Let's just say the less the guard knows about it, the better.
Oh, that's concerning.
Maybe
I
Stalker's
know.
taking him out back to give him a beating.
I can only hope. Unfortunately, that idiot will just keep coming back.
It's
It's
fine.
likely it's something related to work. After all, we're all working for the same person.
Yeah, even the shadier ones. Alright, so today we are heading out. Do you need anything today, farm boy?
I was just gonna look into hopefully getting some better armor, so maybe I won't get stabbed as much.
Smart.
Avoiding getting stabbed is definitely a good idea.
So
If you want, you can go down to. If you want good armor, you go to the Middle High District. But if you want affordable armor, go to the Warrens. I mean, it's a bit of a junky place, but I know a guy down there. Makes good work, solid, and it's not pretty, but he'll get the job done, and it pays a little bit easier.
Hey, as long as it functions, that's all I care about.
Yeah, if you want to go down there, go see a man. He's not as well liked in Ostia, but I'll take that armor over any of the ones the Middle District gets. Go to your place and just find yourself the Mountain Forge. That's what it's called.
Mountain Forge. Alright.
Wolf?
You just see Jeff get a little embarrassed, and he's like, just don't stare too much. You get there, if you go there.
Don't there. Huh. Okay. And by the way, Lux is still completely ignoring everybody and overflowing Thomas's plate of food.
Lux, you're expanding the stomach, not fattening the hog for slaughter.
Also, some of it's spilling onto the floor, and it's just,
It's
It's
just
a perfectly, I mean, it's a perfectly good waste of food. I'm not quite sure if I want, you know what?
Well,
never
whatever
mind.
he doesn't eat, I'll finish.
But why would you?
that I believe, the Valish.
So, I'm gonna gesture at Roland in honor. What are you two up to today? Something accompanying Nigel?
I believe we are accompanying Lord Northwood. I guess we are just sitting in meetings all day, which should be so much fun.
You
So I
always
don't-
like diplomacy, though.
I think diplomacy has its value and merits, and it could prevent quite a bit of needless bloodshed. Or it just leads to further complications because people get petty.
I mean,
And in the
you know,
Alliance, nothing is straightforward.
In the game of nobles, things are often very minute and petty. But normally, they make things move. They run countries.
Sure.
What about you, Roland? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
he's outside smoking a cigarette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's out. Yeah, he's ready to
We're
get
on
going.
cigarette, number 3?
Yeah,
He's smoking 2 at the same time, one in each
you're
hand.
good. You're good. You're good.
Yes!
buddy, You're good.
Oh my god, he's dual wielding.
He's dual wielding 6. Oh no. 3 in the mouth at once. Anyway, as you guys get out, yeah. You guys head out then. So Honor and Roland, you guys are heading up to the High District. You guys are actually, you step outside and you see that there is a beautiful coach, pulled by almost like a giant black horse, perfectly immaculate, 2 black horses, and you just see the carriage there, the porter open the door for both you and Roland as you step in. And you guys close, and you make your way forward, going up to the High Districts. So because Roland is AFK, we'll go
And
first.
he's getting forced to learn my code, because somebody's going to.
Someone is going to. You guys are making your way forward. We'll start off. Let's see. I need. You know what? Thomas and Soul and Drake and Lux. Each of you roll me a d6.
E6.
Oh, crud. Hold on a second.
That's a 3.
3, 2.
Roland just follows.
Yep, you're in the carriage ride going up as you guys are discussing the code.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, you're
teaching you
going
how
to
to code so we can speak in secret, or write in secret at
Oh,
least.
Roland actually
I got
can
two.
do either or. He can read and write.
Yeah, so you're learning that code real fast and easy.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
teaching Stalker that. That's just
you're
going
not-
to be for the group.
Stalker isn't there. Stalker is not to be seen at this point.
Do we want to just assume that it's a hand code?
Yeah, it's just a written code.
It's a written code, yeah. So it's
Written
nice.
code? Okay.
So
Soul,
whole
what
reason I
was that
took
roll?
linguist.
What's up?
What was that roll?
I got a 2.
All right. It'll be all right. I need.
It was
So
rolling
I
a
guess-
D6, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it was D6. So
Yeah,
roll
it was a
2.
2.
Okay. So Thomas and let me roll 1 for. That's 2. That's 5. Let me roll 1 for him. Okay. So yeah, that's a total. So Thomas and Lux, you are first. As you guys go into the city of Ostia, it's a morning. It's a bit humid. It's starting to get a little bit humid as the summer months, as it's getting a little bit more steamy. As you guys are making your way through this city, what are all of your, but what are your passive perceptions, by the way?
Passive perception.
I have a 12.
Perfect.
I am 13.
Awesome. As you are looking at all of this, you're catching there's a lot of trade going on. You're noticing that there's a lot of talk about the excitement about how this is like one of the very first councils and the time, but mostly you're just hearing a lot of excitement of deals and processes, and you're all hearing some interesting tidbits as you're kind of passing about how that the Vaku Trading Company is starting to make headway here, and I wonder what they're bringing in from the New World, and this talk of this new trades happening, coming. Everyone's super excited about some of these new products from the New World.
Mm. Interesting. Is that something you think the Lord might be interested in?
Yeah, I think that's something we should probably look into a little bit more.
Let's just get you a little more armored up.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan.
Let's face
I
it.
need you both to roll. Can you both roll for me survival checks to see how well you can get to this, how well you go through the city?
Right.
I love and hate this dice. Natural 20.
Nice. Thomas?
17.
Mine's
Oh,
8.
yeah. I mean, Thomas, you've been here through the city a bit, and so you know how to get through to everything. Lux, you are like a bloodhound on the ground, sniffing. Trying out where to go, nose to the ground. Perfectly going through. You make it in record time, actually, going through the mid-district to the Warrens. And you notice immediately that where you have almost like this cobblestone esque stuff right there in the city in Midtown. You see that now the road is not cobblestone, instead of muddy and dirty, as the houses that looked a little more cleaner and a little more put together are rundown shacks and ramshackle buildings, as you're now in the Warrens. I need you. Let's go with Thomas. Can you roll for me a d10, please?
Sure. That is a 6.
All right, I need you to roll me a d6, please.
Okay. And that's a 2.
All right, good to know. To make your way through the city itself, the Warrens, you do come by, and you just see a smoking stack of kind of blackish gray smoke, as you do see hanging on a tattered sign, the Mountain Forge, written very crudely in common, and I mean very crudely.
Yes, this is it.
I swear that handwriting looks vaguely familiar. Wait a minute. That looked like mine back when I was little. Never mind.
As
Well-
you open... All right, you guys head in.
Yep.
As you guys enter into the door, the creaking. Roland, Honor.
Oh.
As you guys are heading up your way, the clackety clack clack clack, you all of a sudden hear a stop, and the porter says, "We'll be picking up Lord Northwood and his other bodyguard. Please wait within the carriage. Do not come out."
Plus, Honor's tail twitches.
A couple minutes pass. And
What
Your
again?
bodyguard?
what was that, Roland?
other bodyguard, he asks if there's a guard present curiously.
You just hear Porter go, "Yes, the nobles of these houses always have it by threes. 3 bodyguards to show a sign of force, as it were. Your 2 are hired on to be the muscle, whereas, and more intimidation factor. One also needs one more magically privileged. No offense to you, Lady Anna."
Offense is taken, but that's fine. And I summon Morgan so I can pet her.
It's hard to be offended from a man
Little
whose
fox
only
comes from a
purpose in
shadow
life
and
is
just-
to look at the ground that others walk on.
Just
As he just
petting the
looks
fox like a
calmly
supervillain.
in complete noble mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Perfect.
There he is.
You back?
Yeah.
Awesome. As a couple minutes pass, you do see the very plain figure, brown hair.
Honor, do you
Like-
have any clues?
Roland?
Roland joking. I was joking, going, "Do you have any twos while we wait for the other guard?"
Go fish.
As you guys are playing the thing, you do see the door open up as the porter lets in Nigel Northwood, the brown-haired, very nice figure, and Matter. Would you like to describe your character?
Damien is all cloaked up, covering his face, everything about him. The only things you can really see is that he does have horns on the top of his head and a yellow and blue tail coming out.
I'm glad you just see Lord Northwood come in. Oh, Honor. Master Roland. It is a privilege to see you. It is good to see you here. Please, Damien, take a seat. And he points to a very large carriage as he sits down next to Damien as you all are now. The carriage goes up and you guys are moving. I'm glad that we all could meet beforehand. I usually would have met you all at the Ostian Palace itself. However, I figured we could use this time to chat. Maybe I could answer any questions any of you have.
Yes. Who are they?
But this
This is my mistake. Honor, Master Damien. This is who I was telling you about. Roland and Anna. They are the other help that I hired besides your group.
Mm.
pleasure. Send my hand.
I look at it and just shake it, I guess.
It's normal shaking.
The smile is all teeth.
Yes, I don't have any bodyguards, as it were, and Stalker makes things very tense. His talents don't lie usually in sitting still and showing a good face. So I unfortunately have to hire. Fortunately and unfortunately, I have to hire out for this. In fact, Damien here is one of the ones I've hired from a group of mercenaries who are very good at all of this.
You seem to outsource a lot for your protection, my lord.
I am new nobility. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of chance to integrate my own designs. I've been far too busy with solving many issues left to me by the former lords of Torchwood.
Mm.
You'd be amazed at how incompetence in the local lordships of the Alliance can wreak havoc on the economy of a place. I've been more in my hands working to make sure that the peasants and the other serfs were actually being paid and actually had good housing. Unfortunately, that means a lot of my money into hiring and finding good help had to go outsourced. Plus, it means that I am making better business connections. Well, let's see it as an investment. Nope. Looks like we lost Rebel for a second. By the way, you do notice that Damien is a tiefling, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now, Master Damien, do you have any questions besides or Master Roland, do you have any questions?
Who are the greatest threats that we're going to have to be concerned with? House-wise.
Well, fortunately and unfortunately for us, there are only 3 houses right now here. Myself, the New Northwood house, since we replaced the Torchwoods. And we now renamed the Northwood, just for simplicity's sake. There's House Ordelia. They're the main leaders of the Alliance right now. I believe the head of the family and one of her proteges is going to be there. Lady Ordelia is smart. Very smart. Cunning, conniving, but not evil. She was able to actually help me in my pursuits of buying the Torchwood nobility from them after they sold the entirety of a nice hefty sum of money. I repaid her through trade deals as well as a good portion of the land, but as much as she is conniving, she is not evil. Still, watch her. She always will make a deal before anything else. The one that we must worry about, I believe, is Master Rajat. He's from the city of Grandbell. He wouldn't come back down here if there wasn't something happening. I'd rather not, under any circumstance, know why he was here. He's very straightforward with what he wants, but he's willing to make deals with people who might be a bit unsavory. As far as I know, however, he's bringing along a business partner as such, one that I do not know who that is, which is very disconcerting.
Roland nods his head, taking all the information, and it's not that he's not paying attention. You can clearly see his brain is calculating and filing each member of the household by relevance and level of threat and importance and what they actually do.
Yep. Yeah. So you get the information. Watch out for Delia, even though she's pretty straightforward. She always wants to make a deal. Watch out, really, for Rajat. Oh, by the way, don't ever call Rajat by his name that you've probably heard. Lord Sits and Waits. He hates that.
That's good to know. Roland kind of smirks a bit, and like you see it in his eyes, not in his face. Actually, his face looks the same, this imperceptible wall of neutrality, but his eyes kind of take that in like a man that's easily insulted by a nickname, then it must be true. Kind of like that between noble looks almost.
And Lord Nigel looks to you and says, just remember, don't insult him. Not too much. He is still a Lord of the Alliance, and he is still in high ranking.
The line of help will not be provoked unless be provoked first.
Very well. Any other questions? We only have precious few time. I will help it anyway. Most notably, Damien,
Yeah.
your job is to make sure that no one can eavesdrop on our conversations, and also to flex your muscles and magic. Can I trust you to be able to do that accordingly?
Roland looks at Honor and gives her an arched brow, like, "Do you trust me to do it? Make a move, given that we're both bodyguards to him? Like that's kind of in their code, as it were. Like kind of asks in their code."
I give the thumbs up and code.
He turns around and looks at their boss and looks calmly at him, pulls out the pin, attaches it, somewhat stiffly, as a noble would, and looks at him and goes, "Is there any information you're looking for in particular?"
Honestly, what I would love to see is we could somehow trick them into giving up something. The new markets that are happening because of this new mineral, Zerite, it's called. I'm wary of it. I want to make sure that it is how much people are going for it. If it's really something we should be concerned with. Keep an eye out if you can for any details or any sponsors of also movements of materials. If anyone wants more weaponry, if anyone wants more defenses, metals.
All right. And
Also,
last thing, do we have the permission to act with the same? I was born a noble. I know how to act in these situations. I'm assuming that Honor also has some level of nobility to her, given her skill and practice. And as he calmly tips his hat politely to her, like a true gunslinger gentleman would, but looks at his boss and says, "What I'm basically asking is, can we act as though we are what we were born from?"
for your most part, I would like you to look menacing, look regal. In the case of both of you, I want you to look the epitome of distracting. No offense to both of you, I didn't pick you because of your martial prowess. I have that here with Master Damien. His magical abilities were given to me at a high degree of excellence from his higher ups. He is the most menacing out of any of you.
Roland just offers a neutral smile as if, okay. And in the back of his mind and quietly in code, what Honor can see is him actually saying, yeah, he can't cast a spell if he gets shot in the throat.
Yourself.
He doesn't
Yeah.
say it out loud, mind you, like that's more of a between him and Honor kind of thing, but he does just give a neutral smile and agrees, kind of pretending to go along with this. Okay, whatever.
Matter.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, you're not supposed to be that. You're level 7. You're level 14, buddy. I said 14, not 4. Buddy, I said 14 when you made these characters.
No.
No, I fully believe like it's a higher ranked character. That doesn't mean Honor doesn't think that she's superior.
Oh, then I mistook. You're level 14, buddy.
Okay. I'll need to add a lot of shit later. Got it.
Sorry. Anyway,
And I would pray, I may have just forgotten. It's been a couple of days. But what is the nature of this meeting?
we are here to discuss new trade deals. Apparently, there's a lord coming, Vincent von Baku. He's going to be showing us most of the materials that are be coming in from the new world that his brother has brought over. He'll be presenting it to us on the second day. Today is the day we talk, we meet, we chat, and we see if we can gather any information about how we want to outsource any of this. Tomorrow we meet Vincent. The third day we discuss if we want to do these deals, and at the end of it all we have a nice gala ball where we all prance around and look important. You two, where Mr. Damien here is my muscle in magic, you two ought to look the part of, I hate to say this, nice decorations. Both of you look the part of beauty, and most people will look around you, say things that they might not want to hear. Talk with people, listen, and more importantly, if you can, and how the kids say these days, charm the pants off them if you can. But give me the information. Especially I want to know if we can figure out why there's a cover-up for these cult activities. As the door opens, and you guys are ushered outside, we go now to the dock districts with Drake!
Great.
So, you there, Zesk?
Mm-hmm.
Most excellent. So as it kind of goes into that mid-morning, you and Jeff are out in now the dock districts, and you see that there's a lot of ships coming off the harbor. You see some more river schooners and some of that, but you also see some larger ships. And you see a bunch of dock workers carrying out giant crates. What is your? You can make a perception check for me, actually. Oh, so you notice that as you see a couple of crates being hauled off, you do see that each of the crates off of all of these ships have distinct look of two iron scales, and equally balanced on them is a golden coin and a feather. And you notice these are on every single box that is coming off of these ships.
Do you recognize that mark? It's very omnipresent.
Wow, Jeff got a 19 on that history check. Damn it, Jeff.
You said scale with what, by the way? Feather. And...
It's a scale. On one side of the scale is a coin, and the other side is a feather. You can roll history for that too, if you want to know what that is.
Sure.
Okay. You know that looks familiar. Like something that is more, it looks like a trading thing. It's probably known to be a noble house, and Jeff goes up to you and says, "That's the Vaku trade symbol. It's, I guess we stumbled upon that shipment coming in. Want to talk to them?"
May as well. They seem like a rather large establishment.
As you see a bunch of dock workers, you see the dock hand and like the guy in control of all that. All right, put those over there. Make sure the crates don't tip over. We don't want any of this cargo being lost. Wait a second. And you see this guy. He's completely ignoring you, by the way. He's not even recognizing you, not even realizing you guys are there.
Hello.
What?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
what do you want? Ugh. What do you want, Knife here?
We're just here to inquire about this operation happening. Seems like you have quite a lot going on.
We are here on official business. We're making sure that everything is in the tip-top shape. Yeah. A lot is going on. We're hauling things in from the latest shipment from the Empire. Now, what do you need? You can see I'm very busy.
I'm just curious about the nature of these shipments.
Why should I tell you anything?
It's not that big a deal. It's just curiosity. After all, you're doing so much hard work. I figured I'd wonder why. You're doing a great job of it with the amount of stuff.
Persuasion check. 18. He looks to you and he says, "Well, compliments, even as from one of your kind. Yeah, we're doing well here. A lot of these crates come from the Empire themselves, laden with a bunch of stuff, anywhere from newfangled metals from that stinking New World, and even this stupid green glass. Not quite sure exactly why, but those things are always volatile. Can't get fire near it, you can't get anything near these things, so it handles real hard. Takes a real special hand on it, too. Everything has to be inlaid with a metal lead, almost, to every box.
Sounds quite difficult.
It is. Especially can't rattle it or anything. Boss had one shipment came in here, and we lost one when it floated into the river. That was apparently the Vacuus. It wasn't anything that glass stuff, mind you, just a bunch of little pieces and baubles. Had the guy come over there who was representative of the Vacuus. That company literally came here and boxed half my workers and got them sacked. Had to replace half my staff within a week. You know how hard that is?
Sounds rather difficult, especially with how well trained the current ones look.
Exactly. You get my point. You get my point here, guy. I mean, this is hard work. Anyway, half the stuff here is being loaded up, hauled in now. Especially having to make it all look nice for them noble jerks up in there. Can't have anything right, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I get it. They're not on the floor, they're not actually doing the work, so they don't understand.
Exactly. No, they can show off their little bit of shinies and don't worry about the thing that it takes about getting in. If you want, get some help here. You can always use some help getting these things up and going. And Jeff says, that'll be quite enough. You seem like you're doing a good job here, sir. Believe you to it.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Just, could I get your name real quick? Maybe I'll buy you a drink if I see you later. After all this work, you deserve it.
Name? Name's Bruce.
What's he look like real quick?
Bruce.
No. What's he look like?
Oh, he's a human. He's just like a big burly human, bushy beard, balding head.
Well, nice to meet you, Bruce, and wish you luck with all this volatile material. What do you seem to have it handled?
Thanks. Oh, and you see, oh, that doesn't go there, you stinking idiots. And he kind of like just goes over there and everything. That was well done.
I happen to like conversing with people, figuring out what they do. It's good for somebody who. It's good that supervisors do that for the people they work with, but that doesn't seem to happen very often. So I figure I may as well. People enjoy compliments.
Get you a job on the guard as an interrogator.
Well, if your supervisor has anything to go by that you've mentioned, I think I'll stick to my current work.
Yeah, I can handle that one. What do you think all this volatile material is, though?
Well, they said green glass, and considering the theme of green things that are volatile, I guess it'd be right.
Point taken. It's weird that though the Vacuus are, I mean, that's the case, and they're the only ones shipping it.
That
Doesn't
is
seem that
indeed
they're well
strange.
liked. It also seems like they're not well liked by a lot of the workers.
Well, what business really is well liked by their workers? Well, what big business?
Strange is the fact the Vacuus are just they're an imperial business. As much as the Alliance likes to proclaim that they are for everyone. I think it just irks them a little bit for the fact that, not their stuff coming into their ports, if you know what I mean.
Yes, this operation does feel a little strange. Something is slightly off.
Well, we can go to, well, we can go to the, we can go to either the we can head over way to the trade consortium. We can maybe talk about their alliance thing. I have a woman over there who might be able to help. She's one of the head guilds.
The
I can meet with her if you want. You can come with me, or I said you want to go to the mid district. You don't have to come this far with me, but you can come with me, go there, what you need me to do.
If you have a contact, I may as well follow up with you, get some useful info. And you said the consortium, which
It's a trade
is...
consortium. Yeah, they're kind of in charge of. They're kind of in charge of all the different guilds here. The head of the merchant guild in Ostia. They're the ones who are the biggest affiliates, and they even hire mercenary groups out. In fact, if you believe it or not, it turns out that they were one of the first people to hire the now, I guess, infamous troubadours.
Well then, you very much sold me on this idea. Let's go check it out. I'm not doing
Alright.
anything much better, and it's technically in line with what we were asked to do.
True. Be good to get some info to Lord Nigel. Alright, let's do it. As you guys kind of make your way off, we head back to the screeching door of Thomas and Lux. You enter into the Mountain Forge, and you notice it is dingy, dark, and doesn't look like it should be a forge of anything at this point. Also because everything is made of wood. Literally everything. Rotten wood at that.
Lux takes a big sniff and goes, "Smells like home."
Yeah, it seems like the bad part of the barn.
All right, let's.
You
Excuse
hear a
me.
voice. What do you want? Hey, what do you want? What do you want?
What are we
Close
buying?
for the day.
We were going to buy armor, if you will.
Well, get out.
Just
No
get it.
armor here. Don't deal. Unless you come with good coin, I don't take anything.
Lux shows him actual gold. Like, I'm not hiding anything.
He's not there. You're just hearing like a sound from the back.
Oh, well, no, we have money. We were brought here by Jeff.
What the
We're-
fuck is that thinking? What do you think that scale-brained idiot wants? And you just see coming out a old dwarf with shaggy white beard, all the way cropped and singed, balding head, a little bit of a gut, but strong, burly arms. And you see to his eyes, he doesn't have any eyes anymore. All he has is he has eyelids. It's almost as if the eyes have been clipped out of his head.
Okay.
All right. So, Scarecrow?
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of ours, Jeff, saying I was looking for some armor, and he recommended this place. Said it had good quality armor.
Yeah, I'm best in the city.
Well,
Got the coin for it, at least.
I recently finished up a job, so I think I'm good on coin for a while.
Let me hear it.
I'll just sort of pull out my coin purse and set it on the table.
He clinks. Got a couple hundred in there. Possibly more. Just fuck, fine. Come on down. And he just literally goes down and opens up like a one of those like little like open doors, like you know how like you can like if there's like a table you lift it up and go back behind it.
Yep.
He opens that up and he just motions you to come down into the back.
Yeah, I'll follow him first.
And you notice that he just starts descending down the staircase too.
Lux follows as well.
Alright. You make your way down, and eventually, after 2 minutes of walking, you go down underneath, and it's getting very cool. And as you kind of exit out, you enter into this hollowed out chamber of pure stone, ruins all around it, glowing gemstones hanging on the walls, providing an eerie light enough to see everything around. And you also see that this is now a forge with hot fires, and a very, very well pristine look to it all. And the blind dwarf looks around and he says, "All right, how much do you have and what do you want?"
Well, also just as a sidebar for the previous conversation I was having with Lux, he and I, or Soul and I, worked something out behind the scenes for just additional use of gold. But, well, for starters, I got a good 500 to work with. I'm hoping to find something better than this chain shirt. Done all right for me in the past, but I definitely need something a bit more than it.
Chain's good though, depending on what you can do. Come over here, let me see what he kind of like he goes over and he says, "Take it off, throw it down on the ground. I'll pick it up and I'll see what I can do."
All right, and I'll, undo the shirt, undo the chain shirt underneath, put the other shirt back, set it down on the ground for him.
You come in, and he like goes over and he touches it. He brings it up and he's like, "Right. This is made pretty modestly." He like takes it and he sniffs it, touches it some more. "Local. From the country. Let me guess. Given by a farmer? The blacksmith in your own place. You do mostly horseshoes?"
More than likely, yeah.
Explains it. It's iron mixed. You've got a decent set if you get it by the book, but it's mostly tinted iron, unqualified, unspecified, and also very much diluted with other minerals. Yeah, you can even smell some granite in it. This chain sure couldn't save your life if it can pass through a bolt. It's crap.
I like him.
I very much appreciate the honesty.
It's not even worth scraping. If you want anything, make you some good chain. That stupid scaly brain brings you over here means you at least got something. You don't got it? Of course, if you can handle anything made by a dwarf, that is. And you notice that his skin, by the way, is purple.
All right.
I forgot to mention that. He has purple skin. And hollowed out eyes.
Interesting. Not necessarily something I'm going to bring up, but it's good to note. But yeah, just having a quick quiet aside with Lux of just, I know I said I had some, but I may need some more for some better.
Lux
better
doesn't
gear.
even like bat an eyelash and hand you about 400.
I appreciate you, and I will be right beside you the whole time.
But I just need to keep the rest for potions to make sure.
Absolutely, no question about that.
Right.
But-
Comes back. So, think you can handle the thing about being dwarven made?
I don't see why not. I might seem like all skin and bones, but I I have been able to hold my own in a lot of cases.
Hey, it's Lindy at Latch Mama. I'm here with Natalia today.
Well. Here. Grab it here. Kind of puts it down. How much you willing to do this?
I hopefully was looking for maybe a set of half plate or something.
Half plate? With your skinny ass? I can tell by the way you walk. What do you weigh? 140? 60 at most?
About 150, yeah.
Boy, if you try to do that, you'll crush your own self in your own leggings. Can't do the right for you. Kind of looks at you. Come here, come here. Get your small, weak ass over here.
I'll just take a knee in front of him.
He takes his two meaty hands and clasps you right in between on the face. And he starts touching your face. Do you let this happen?
Yeah.
Human. About 20, boy.
23.
Good enough. Kind of takes it, he roams his hand, puts your hand on your shoulders, he kind of like, pats you down. Alright. I can make you a half plate that works. But I'll have to do some runic work in it too, so you can actually lift it off your skinny ass arms. Be about 400 gold for all of it.
Sounds perfect. And I'll actually take out a whole 500 from my coin purse and just leave that in a pouch for him.
Mm-hmm. He kind of like clinks down. What's the extra 100 for?
I like the honesty, I like the effort, and you seem like a good man.
He spits. I'm good, boy. I'm honest, though. 400, nothing else. You insult me by giving me more.
He was just trying to be kind.
Don't give a fuck about being kind. I care about only quality.
Okay.
That's fine then. So yeah, I'll just take out the extra 100, put that back, and hand Lux his coin purse back.
Yeah. So you only lost. I only lost 100.
No, you lost nothing.
Oh, I lost nothing. Okay.
Come back in 2 days for this.
I'll see you then.
We'll be
Is
back.
that a joke?
No, sir.
Damn right it isn't. Get out.
I like you. And Lux is gonna walk up the stairs.
Pissing piece of crap, gnome.
The best gnome you'll ever meet. Walks up the stairs.
As you guys exit out, you do notice that as soon as you exit out, you see at least... Souls, can you roll for me a d6, please?
Sure. 1.
Okay. You see... There... Alright, can you roll for me a d8 now?
D8. 5.
Right. As you exit the thing, you see... First of all, can you guys give me... Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh no.
That's never a good sound.
Yeah. That's
Nice
fair
knowing
to
you guys.
Asami.
It's really nice knowing you guys. I hope you have your backup characters ready.
All right, Thomas, do you still have, you don't have you took your chain shirt off of you, so you have no armor on right now, right?
Yep.
Hey, does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, because without the shirt, I just have a 12 armor class.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as from out of the shadows, a club comes and smacks you in the back of your head as you're surrounded by 5 what looks like to be almost peasant-like people in drags and armor and like leather bits as you say, "All right, give us all the money you have. Maybe we'll let you out of here alive." Meanwhile, Roland, Damien, Honor, you are all being escorted up a lavish, beautiful stairway as you're being led in through gardens of a walled-off palace almost on the very top of Ostia. A white palace almost, consisting of buttresses, gardens, and great landscapes and windows. Have you ever seen or heard of a picture called the Grand Hotel
I have.
on Mackinac Island?
Yep.
It's that, essentially.
Okay. Roland takes that in, and it's actually because it's very similar to something that he's seen before, and for a moment, just images of his own life are flashing before him, and he's hearing ghost voices running down the halls as they're walking, as it were.
Mm-hmm. As
Honor treats it like it's a normal day.
yeah. What does Damien do?
Could be bigger.
It's no Stanley.
As you see the porter, you see the man going. You see a very dignified dragonborn. His blue scales on a nice kind of like vest with a crest of the different. You see that he's wearing this very nice brocade, a very nice vest. I will summon you. When I say your name, what shall I give your names to be denounced as? To Master Julius Ostia. My Lord Nigel Northwood of the Lord of the Northwood Estates, with his entourage. And he points to you to give your names.
Honor Tolveski.
House.
Tolveski.
Honor Tolveski, House Tolveski. And the Dragonborn. Okay. And you, Master Human.
Pastor, check your messages real quick.
I did. By the way, roll a d20 for me then.
Cool. Just one sec, I grab my die.
No problem. All right. Unfortunately, Damien, as you start to cast that, a shockwave goes forth and cancels out your magic.
Oh,
15, Pastor.
Actually, you go to do it and nothing happens. What was that?
15, Pastor.
Okay, you pass.
Roland composes himself and brings himself out of the memories, as it were, and just looks around and notices that, Damien tried to cast magic and arches a brow at why it failed. And then,
Dragonborn is just looking at you. Name human.
I'm sorry, say that part again, Pastor. I didn't hear you.
Name human.
Roland Dish Chain of House Dish Chain, and then shows the badge. from the Lord Northwood.
Well, and you just see the porter. The person kind of, the Dragonborn motions and the gates and the doors open. Announcing Lord Nigel Northwood of the Northwood Estates, and his company is Lady Anna Trovesky of House Trovesky, and Lord Roland Duchesne of House Duchesne, and his bodyguard, a bodyguard. As you all are ushered into this grand foyer, absolutely reaching entranceway, curling, but almost like a curling staircase going up into a second level. You see that there are servants and people in very fine clothing everywhere. Not true. So what are you guys doing?
Doing a quick
Roland
look around.
goes in towards where there's drinks, obviously, and just casually grabs one and begins, looking around, but seeming to mingle and blend in. But he's made it a point to move his coat, just enough to expose his regal clothing and the twin sandalwood revolvers at his hip.
All right, you see those. Honor, what are you doing?
I'm taking a quick look around.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Damien, what are you doing?
Is there anything small around that I could get a hold of? Like small objects?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Honor, we'll go with you. By the way, you are served a nice glass of wine, Roland, that is being catered around by very well-dressed servants. Honor, with that natural 20, Damien, you see shit.
I need to roll as well.
No, you do not. You're just drinking the wine, taking in. You're kind of more. You're not like looking. You're just kind of like. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception. Let me see where that would be. Hold on.
It's on the left side. Passive perception. 11.
Okay, yeah. You notice a couple of things. It's kind of the mingling talk. A lot of people are wondering. You're having a few eyes look to you. You notice that there are a few ladies and highborn women looking at you and like smirking at everything. Just you're having this really nicely dressed stuff. With Damien, small objects. I mean, there's hors d'oeuvres, finger foods.
With practiced gestures, Roland continues on and then makes his way over to a noble lady to just kind of mingle and charm, as it were.
Good. Holy cow. Yep, you're doing that. You'll be talking around. Handmade object. Once again, as you try to activate that magic, nothing happens.
I don't have magic. I didn't try anything magical.
No, not you.
That wasn't directed at you. That was directed at Mr. Trying to Disappear.
Stop trying to disappear. It's not going to work.
You can't get rid of us, Matter.
What Matter's just going to sit there. You guys can't see me.
Trying
His
to
eyes are
abandon
over
us.
his face. I feel like you should let him roll it, even though it won't work.
Okay, I'll say for Damien, make an Arcana check for me.
I feel
Quick
like he
question,
should
does
be
it
allowed to
do-
do it,
does
but
it
then, like,
keep
everybody
the spell
does see him,
slot?
but he doesn't know.
Yes. He's making such a good first impression.
Damien, as you try to activate, you suddenly realize there's anti-magic wards built into the very walls of this place.
I'm not in my
And
element.
having
I'm not in my
two
element.
casters.
We are screwed.
Welcome to Role Playing with Pastor, where you literally have to role play.
I will punch my way out, and you know I will. And I can.
No, that's what
be a-
Thomas and Lux are going to have to be doing here.
This will be a minor inconvenience.
As you guys are doing all
Anyway,
of
what did I
this,
see?
you see a lot actually. You are able to pick out you do see different groups. out of everything that is around here, you do notice that there are different groups. You see a lot of people from the Alliance, from their clothing and everything. You do notice that there is quite a good number of, basically, from lack of a better term, you can see definitely who the bodyguards are for some of them. You actually do see one Goliath, actually. Where he's completely, by the way, the Goliath himself only has a loincloth and only a bow tie.
I found the stripper.
No, that's last
I wasn't
week.
gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
I kissed a Goliath and I liked
I
it.
liked it.
I'm proud of you.
And as you guys are, however, Honor, as you see this, you do see a young man who catches your eye. Because you got a natural 20 on this.
Yes, I did.
You see a man in very nice clothing. He has a cloak around a very nice like cloak and vest combo. He has his his raven black hair, almost so black that it has a bluish tint to it, tied up neatly in a ponytail, going down to the center of his back. Beautiful brocade and different gold buttons and a very suave cut persona. Make a history check with advantage.
Okay. Oh no. It's almost like
takes
I'm
a little-
intelligent.
Yeah, almost like you're intelligent or something, and not having a 19 strength.
Pop, pop.
You recognize this man.
Yeah.
Rather, you recognize as you look over to his crest of looks like to be a white flower encased in a shadow. You know this to be Jonah Ordelia, the second son, now first son, of the minor house of Ordelia.
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna. Which group is he going towards? Is he going towards a group?
No, he's not. He's just talking with a group of people right now, a little farther away from you.
Okay. Can I just join that group and not like talk to anyone, just kind of join and listen in?
Okay. You gotta make your way over, and hear everything, and you human. Yes, it is a problem. We are understanding it. I thank you for your concern. As he's talking to a bunch of older people, it looks like. Are you trying to be stealthy about this? Or just kind of like going into it?
Try and be stealthy. Like I'm like looking for a drink or something.
Then roll a stealth. Then roll a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Different type of stealth, but this is more like you're trying to make it so you're not seen doing this. All right. Yeah. You beat his passive perception.
Yes.
It's pretty high.
Honor's on a roll.
Yeah, so you do kind of mingle your way through the crowd as you're looking over to this. Damien, what are you doing after you can't find anything?
So I walk over to Honor.
Okay.
So we have a problem.
You didn't think they would take precautions?
Not this strong of precautions.
That's a little more concerning that they thought to do that than that they actually exist, in my opinion.
Yes, but if we need to defend ourselves,
Da? Are you,
Well-
besides expecting, do you have any form of martial prowess? And
Like,
yes,
let me-
she is looking a little smug.
He's just doing this in the air. Just to show.
Wait, I can't.
I
Hold on,
wish
I don't see
Roland
it.
was present, just so he could look at him and go, "Oh, and we're just the muscle."
Yes, we're the muscle. Hmm.
This guy's a
Well-
glass cannon, literally.
Yes.
Literally.
I'm just going to just gently take his wrist and just do a slight strength check.
Make count. All right. I need you to make a strength check.
Not
against
that
me.
it's high. This is
Danny,
horrible.
make a strength check.
Every bone from the wrist up breaks. Oh god, he's got brittle bone syndrome.
I roll higher, but that doesn't help with modifiers.
Wow, he does have brittle bone syndrome. Holy shit!
So
That
both
was
of
part
you
of
are
Glass
kind of
Bones.
like-
Easy there, Mr. Glass.
I
Calm
mean,
down. Don't pass over. Wait, you
Honor,
can't.
Two glass cannons!
Honor, you take his hand and you kind of like being a little bit forceful with it, but unfortunately,
Just slightly. I'm not
You're-
looking to break anything.
yeah. But you kind of are distracted right now, seeing this man and trying to get close to him. So you kind
Flail.
of like a little squish. And Damien, I mean, it kind of stings, but it's like, wow, we are in super trouble. We are doomed at this point.
We are looking for escape routes, Tavarish. We're not looking for confrontation. We want to actually accomplish anything, we need to be outside the parameters. Those of where our current gilded cage is.
Maybe we could get rid of the bars that hold us in this cage.
Well, that would be very helpful. It may not actually be possible.
Perfect.
But I
Roland,
find it hilarious.
as you are all both discussing this, Roland, you approach a woman who has been giving you eyes, and you notice that she is a human woman with long, kind of brown, dark hair, kind of flowing to her back, and a very, very nice dress, kind of like a half off the shoulder dress. And you just see all of this, and she says, "Well, don't you cut a very striking figure?"
Roland approaches, he actually delivers a bow. It doesn't really look customary, I guess, to their people, but it's clearly of nobility from where he comes from, and bows his head fully. And even when he's finished bowing and all that and whatnot, obviously thanks her for the compliment and offers her the wine and says, Gan himself couldn't cut a finer figure than you. I'm sure he broke the mold when you were born.
Darling, flattery will get you many things. My attention is one of them.
And
It's
who,
so
do,
nice
and
of
who
you.
does and who do I have the intention of addressing, milady?
Oh, you have the attention of addressing one. My name is Regina Venrion. A pleasure.
Roland Dischain, milady, and he offers her the wine. He hasn't
She-
drank from the cup, by the way. Like the entire time that
Yeah.
he's had it, he hasn't drunk from it.
She takes it and she says, and she takes a long sip of it. It's nice to see that Julius has managed to get a decent vintage now. We're happy to see so many new people here, but you came in with that new money, that new blood. Nigel Northwood, was it?
New money tends to fail to understand the traditions of how one such as you, or even perhaps, if I may be so bold as to say, one such as I would be understand how to behave at court.
Indeed you could. It is now so nice to see some new people here, but it's the same faces usually, the same boring title. I think it's very arduous just to hear everything again and again, as if we don't know everyone already here. So I think it's quite refreshing, if you ask me. Tell me, Master Duchan, or Duchan, I've never heard of your house. Where does it hail from? A kingdom, alliance, empire, perhaps?
Honestly, my house is I'm the last survivor of my house. It was taken, my homelands were ruined, but I used to reside in Gilead.
Gilead, Gilead. Not familiar with that. No matter. I know the Empire has had many houses come and fall throughout the years. Especially, we were hoping. No matter. It is more of the fact that you are here, and I guess if you are in the presence of one, it is nice to see. Oddly enough. So, how came you by the way of, I guess, partnership with Lord Northwood?
Joining in her seeming mocking of the Lord, he kind of smirks and nods his head and goes, "It is odd, yes, I admit, but he has promise, and I believe that where I come from, it's my duty to help an individual better themselves in any way that I can. As a newly acquired lord, he should be better suited than he is now." So I guess one could say that Ka put us together.
I don't know who this Ka is, but it would be good enough to know that you are here, I'm here, and everyone is here. This would be more of a boring part. I must. Oh, and you just see a man kind of looking. You see a person come and you see a very tall looking cat man, for the back of a letter word, kind of very honestly a lot like Stalker, except this one is more, well, Stalker is more panther. This one is more a lion-esque, with actually, it looks like half with one ear completely missing and a scar running down his eye, closing it permanently, in a very like almost military standards and military wear. He's like, "Come, Regina, come. We have things to do." Of course, Master. Of course, Master Rajat. If you excuse me now, Rowan, pleasure to meet you. And she kind of, as she gives you back the wine. If she gives you back the wine, partially drank, but not all drunk together.
Roland takes it and kisses her hand politely as he would in his land. I'm not sure if it's the custom here. I don't know what their customs actually really are, to be honest.
Yeah, she allows you to do this, and she says, "No, a little old-fashioned for my tastes, but refreshing. Simply refreshing." And she gives you a light smile, and goes, and you just see, and you see the Lord Rajat looking at you, kind of narrowing his eye at you, and takes the hand of Regina Venrion.
Roland just kind of narrows his own gaze as if he's completely unaffected and the man does not even matter. And just walks off calmly to back and quietly mingles himself back into near Honor and Damien, and kind of noticing an issue and looks at them and goes, "What's the problem?"
So we can't do magic.
I'm sorry, what?
We cannot do magic.
Ah.
There are wards up.
So the fact that I just got a very important person to kiss from this cup is virtually useless unless you step off the grounds?
Yeah.
Ah.
You got a kissing cup, however.
Yeah, I did.
Roland, you dog.
Do you take, by the way, Roland, do you drink the rest of the wine?
Well, I will, for the sake of argument, because they can still use it in a spell, I'm sure, to track her or something later if we need to.
Yeah. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw? Okay. 1 sec. I'm just going to do it with D&D and Beyond and hope it's still linked. 1 sec.
Yep.
Eight.
Okay. So, you're... Okay, so... Oh boy. So, remember this for later. You're under a type of poison. that will not activate for another 8 hours. After 8 hours are done, you will become queasy. And roll a d4 for me. And for 4 hours will remain comatose.
Remain comatose, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Question. Am I able to use a skill to detect the poison? Or at least notice the fact that it's different in taste than wine would taste?
General intelligence check.
Okay. 1 sec, let me find it.
And you're not proficient in poison, so it'll be a higher DC because of that. General intelligence.
All in.
He's doing it. Just make an intelligence check. Just intelligence check. Unfortunately, it's one.
Oh.
You had to get an 18.
Okay, gotcha. That's
So
fair.
you think nothing. So you think nothing is wrong.
Yeah, Roland drinks wine. He finds it odd in taste because he's never tasted wine like this before in general.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing he really notices. But beyond that, he just kind of shrugs and hands the cup off to Honor, knowing that she's the mage of the group, as it were, or at least the more powerful mage of the group.
As far as you know.
Suck it.
As far as you know.
As far as I know, yes. As far as I know, as far as Roland knows, he doesn't know.
Yes, as far as Roland knows.
Yeah. So far, as long as you do this, is you hear a voice coming up. Attention, with the lords Odelia, Northwood, Half-Ear, and their representatives come forward for the meeting. And you see as the host of the person comes. For those remaining, Master Julius Ostia will show you around the grounds to the next feasting, to the next place and party. As you see a very fat halfling come up and say, "Welcome everyone to our house. It's great that you are here. We are proud and auspicious, as I would like to introduce the fine inventor of our hand, and as well as the one we welcome into our courts today, one Vincent von Vacour." As you see a very well-dressed man, about in his 30s. Honor, you immediately recognize him as the second born, the second eldest brother of the Vacu family. Immediately.
Okay.
And he's a well-dressed man, with bright, almost kind of reddish hair, and cuts a figure in perfect ebony and black.
Okay. I think we should head into Valish.
You see Nigel come forward and be like, "It is time. Whatever you do, be on your best behavior, look good, and above all else, keep your guard up, and be watchful." As you all climb up the stairs, you all see kind of climbing up the stairs, you see a elderly woman, in a very nice big dress, with silver graying hair, being led up, not by another escort, by that same very dressed in black with gold brocade man with a black ponytail that Honor is Jonah Odelia. You see the woman going up with the Tabaxi lion man. Also, you see with him, oddly though, a gnome going up with him as well, and dressed in very fine clothing. walking up with them. As they all exit and they all enter, you see everyone is now being seated down as going now to the dock districts. Drake.
Oh.
Yeah. You are now entering into what looks like to be a more bustling part of the dock district. You see, as you and Jeff are leading down, roll for me a D10 for me. Perfect. You do see that there are a lot of different dock workers around, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. All right, that just saves. As you hear someone, get out of the way, get out of the way, as a cart comes rolling by, and you manage both. I have to roll for Jeff as well. Oh yeah, both you and Jeff literally just kind of get out of the way as a cart comes careening by as what looks like to be a ox-loaded cart holding what looks like to be a bunch of different kind of barrels and everything comes rolling down and crashes and goes down into the waves as you see a bunch of people running after him.
Things are most certainly busy over here. Are there no safety protocols, or is that normal?
No, that is not normal. There should be safety protocols. Wait here. And you see Jeff running after them, trying to stop the cart. What do you do?
Wait, why am I waiting? No! I'd chase after him.
Yeah. All right. Right. As you guys get there, you see the cart is rolling ahead, and is being stopped. And immediately they do see that the ox in the cart is being pulled. It is stopped, but you see that the creature is roaring. As it's like almost like brain whirling. Make a perception check for me. Wow, you're on fire today. You notice that the bull's eyes are bloodshot red.
Is it on something? Is there like a drug or a steroid used for beasts normally? It looks very. Look at the eyes.
He looks. No, that's not normal. They're not supposed to do anything with that. Come on. And as soon as you get, however, here, you just see the bull literally slam into some of the pedestrians and some of the workers and knocks them down to the ground as the bull actually rips off portions of the cart and is now standing free and looks like to be really roaring mad and comes charging, looking directly at you. I need you to roll initiative for me.
Oh boy. Oh right, sword. With advantage on initiative, right?
Okay.
Oh, that only rolled once. Let's roll again. Oh, neat.
Okay. All right. So the bull it got a 10. So actually, it'll be you, Jeff, and then the bull. So you have this bull that looks really mad and looks ready to charge and try to gore you. What are you gonna do?
Oi, down, Kaite. I take the butt of my sword and I just try to hit it, probably across the head.
Okay, you run up. Roll ahead and attack for me.
No.
Oh no. All right, I'm gonna roll a d20 to see the severe. Roll a d20 for me. See how severe this is. Okay, it's not too severe. The bull manages to knock your hand away with its horns. You can't it's writhing and rolling around as if it's really angry. You can't get close to it almost, it feels like. Jeff is going to take out he's gonna say, get down! And he's going to try to carry up, and he's gonna try to throw a net on it.
Yeah,
Try to catch it. Unfortunately, the net flies over and misses completely.
Where did you even get that?
It's standard guard procedure.
You just carry nets all the time?
Yes, to capture things and to subdue people.
Okay, well, it's not looking very captured.
No, it's not, and the bull is going to make a gore attack on you, Drake.
Oh boy.
He has 2 attacks. First attack. That is going to be a unnatural 20 to hit.
Dice.
Okay. I am so sorry. That is 11 points of piercing damage as the bull's horns come rocking in and just hit you right in the gut.
Ah, why do we use bulls for carrying things? They're so aggressive.
And then the other one's gonna go. He makes another gore attack on to Jeff. That will hit Jeff as well. Alright, that's only for 5 points of piercing damage as it pierces Jeff. Because they're stronger, they usually can get things out! Oh, it's your turn now.
Alright, well, let's try again, because where did the net go?
The net is on on the ground. You can pick it up and try to use it.
Alright, we're just going to try net things. They're for capturing, maybe it'll work.
Alright, so roll d20 for me and add a... What's your dexterity?
4.
Okay, so yeah, you can add your dexterity proficiency to this. Like a rapier.
Yeah, wait. Dexterity or proficiency, or both?
You can add both, because you're a fighter. You
Oh.
have proficiency in this.
Cool.
Forgot about that. You technically have proficiency in everything.
This is just not going well.
Unfortunately, it is... Yeah, unfortunately, it's bucking everything wild.
Alright, I'm just
At
going
this point,
to...
Jeff is
no-
pulling out a short sword, and he's just going to go for an attack. Two attacks on the bull. First one is a hit. Alright, that's only 3 points of piercing damage. It's not much health. Second one is a hit as well. Okay, that one's for 5 points of piercing. That's for 5 points of piercing damage. So that is 8 points in total. So you just see Jeff go like to start to stabbing this thing, trying to get it to calm down at this point. And it's bloody. It looks like it's about to go down though, but it is up, and it's going to take, as it did Jeff. Jeff is in the fire, and he's enraged, so he gets advantage. That will hit. That is another 6 points of piercing damage to Jeff, and 1 to you, Drake. Alright, that is a 11 to hit.
Alright, so I can dodge it. Nice.
Yes, you dodge that. Okay, you're up. It is looking real hurt.
Alright, the net seemed like just a bad idea. It didn't work. So back to sword thing. So non-lethally with the butt of the sword. Let's give it a shot.
Oh yeah, that hits. Going roll damage. Non-lethal. Yeah. So how do you knock this thing out?
Just butt of sword right on its forehead, just in the middle. Just
You
down.
smash this thing
Stay
down. And it collapses to
Don't
the
make me.
ground.
Boy.
You see a bleeding Jeff kind of look over. Okay, that's not normal.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I've
Whose
gotten
bull
the-
is this?
You see a man come. You see a woman coming, rolling up, and it looks like a little bird is carrying after her. I'm so sorry. Is anyone hurt? Please tell me
Yes.
no one hurt.
The answer is yes. People are hurt. Specifically us.
Oh. Sorry, I'm so sorry. And she looks there. You didn't kill it? Probably for you, I would have.
Well, it's the. I mean, no, it's just a bull.
Come on! And, like claps her hands. And you see a bunch of people moving in. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry about all of this.
Alright, can we get some details about why we were almost murdered by a bull?
Oh,
Like twice?
Wait, twice? You mean this has happened to you more than once?
I mean, no, it tried to run us over, and then it tried to stab us with horns. So, 2 different occurrences. Same bull.
Jeff goes, you have to excuse him. We're kind of rattled at this point. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. My name is Madeline. I'm so sorry about this. I was supposed to be meeting, were you the ones I was supposed to be meeting today? I was supposed to be meeting 2 guardsmen. two representatives from one of the houses here. I'm so sorry.
I mean, we were on our way to Yule, so now we're here. It makes things better.
So sorry. A lot of our animals have been coming in here. They've been acting a little bit more out of control this morning. This one got away. I'm so sorry about that.
Out of control, like the bloodshot eyes and the extra aggression.
No. Some of them were more ornery. Mostly. Some of them were actually being quite docile, in fact. Almost too docile. We had a bunch of the oxen we were able, and the horses, they were more asleep than anything, more lazy. They didn't really want to be moving. And some of the other animals, this bull here, as you can see, he was more aggressive. I'm not quite sure exactly why this happened.
Where do these animals come from?
We own them. They come from, they help distribute a lot of these things. We also house some animals from different trade commissions. These are our own animals. And we have they're housed overnight.
No, but where do you get them from?
We keep them here in the city.
So you raise them?
Out inside of the city, yes, and then we raise them outside the city, the barns, and use them as host animals. We feed them every night and house them here in the city and use them to transport difficult goods and help to maintain a lot of the shipping of goods in between things.
And all the animals are going crazy. Like all of them?
Not all of them, but some of them have been much more of a problem. I'm so sorry. Please accept my deepest apologies from the Trade Consortium.
Apologies accepted. I mean, you didn't send it after us, so it's
No,
understandable.
it got away,
Things happen.
unfortunately.
I mean, you also have a smashed up cart to deal with, so I can't say
It's
you
not
came out
much.
on top.
That's so much paperwork. And Jeff goes, I understand paperwork. Yeah, that's the worst. Please come with me. We'll speak more in my office. Need you guys
Right.
make your way to the office.
Does your office happen to have bandages, by the way?
Oh, it is. Oh, she looks. Oh, I'm so sorry. And the little bird actually flitters down. Marigold, would you please? And the bird goes, it chirps. And she's going to cast through her bird Cure Wounds level 2 on both of you. Okay. Drake, you get 10 points of healing back.
Oh, nice.
And Jeff gets 12. You're both up to full.
Your bird can cast magic?
I use it to cast through it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Right, you're going to your office, right?
Yeah, and you make your way to her office. She's healing you on the way. She sits you down in a very nice boardroom, almost kind of a look. Mahogany desk, chairs, and you see a couple of things. You see that there are floating objects around a teapot floating in the air as she moves things around. A teapot comes with two floating teapot comes with two glasses. Would you like some tea? Wine, maybe?
Some tea would be nice. That and or water.
I'll take some tea. Of course. And you see the saucers kind of come sit, hover and go right next to you as the teapot comes and pours the tea in itself into your glasses. As it kind of Yes, thank you.
Smells quite impressive. Floating.
No, this is nothing. I'm used to this type of thing. It keeps things very much easier for me to work. Anyway, how can I help you, gentlemen? And Jeff kind of sips his tea. We were coming here to discuss because we were wondering about. The guard is more wondering about how the trade is coming in here. But in all honesty, what I'm more concerned now is, how long have the animals been like this? Well, like I said, it's not all of the animals. Only a certain only a few of them have been. I'm not quite sure exactly the details, but ever since this morning, some of the animals have been acting unruly. our horses are sometimes too docile or too unruly to actually be workable, usable. Either they won't move at all, or they're moving way too much.
This is all recent.
And yes, only for today. On the other hand, you saw what that bull was. He was the most aggressive. Thank you for not
What
killing it.
nature of yes, of course. What nature of jobs are these animals doing? Is it just moving things, or
Mostly the moving things. We have them, with the horses, we have them transport things out to the city, but the bulls, we usually move major pieces of lumber, metal, heavy or crates to warehouses. Usually we have a couple of on-staff druids to help out with that. And they usually, and unfortunately, and all this stuff.
so is now not usual?
This is not the usual, no, not at all. We strictly monitor diets, we strictly monitor what they feed and what is used, and
Do you happen to have one of your druids currently available?
yes, yes, I can have them, if you want, I can have them sent in, or I can give you directions about where they are.
It'd be nice if they came here after all to come take a look at that bull. I mean,
Of course.
if it-
And she you see like she takes a piece of paper and she whispers into it and it becomes like a tiny little bird and it flies off. It'll be summoned to you right away. Any other
wonderful.
do you have any other questions? I can
Uh,
help you. So
these
sorry, by the
animals,
way.
you can't trip them out to anybody, or just is there
No,
certain
these are our animals. The Ulstein Trading Consortium has the finest of animals raised by a pure stock of
No,
varieties.
I'm asking who uses the animals. Like, I understand they're yours, but do you like are they all carrying your things, or are these other people's things that they're transferring?
No, some of these things, they're all under our consortium, you understand. We are, not only is it our general goods, but whoever is in our employ, whoever contracts with us. If you are a contractor here with the consortium, you can use our goods and as well as anywhere in the city and anywhere in the alliance. We're all over. We can use it to house goods, to ship goods. If you use us, we can provide buffers. And you understand that we are here to help people. So
Yes,
anyone who might be our goods per se, but it is their goods, and we provide a service to keep them in track, to make sure that they're delivered to proper places. Most of the
completely
farmers run through us.
Well, helping people sounds like a great thing to do, and in fact, hopefully, we can do that for you here. That's what I'm curious about. I know it wouldn't really be. It wouldn't really be in proper protocol to show just random individuals asking about, what you're transferring, like actually your products. But I'd recommend at least maybe cross-checking the animals that are going crazy with the specific products. I mean, bloodshot eyes look very much like a drug thing or a.
The guard will I'll bring here the guard. Will make sure that we can help you in any way possible, ma'am. That would be very much help. Thank you. And at this point, a man comes in wearing kind of like a green cloak and with a gnarled staff. Yes. Hello, Miss. Hello, Miss Madeline. You summoned me here? Oh, yes. Rost. This is. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your names.
I'm Drake.
Jeff. Drake. This is Master Rost. He is the head druid in charge of all of this. Yes. I'm very sorry about what happened. It is my apologies. You weren't too seriously injured. I can heal you if need be.
No. Yeah, she took care of that.
Good. And he kind of sits down and he takes and like the teapot comes and like pours in the tea, same as you. I'm so sorry about that. We haven't had a situation like this happen within 4 years. I'm very sorry. We thought we took extra precautions.
Yes, those precautions are what I'm curious about. I mean, it sounds like your process for this whole thing hasn't changed recently, no? But this issue is recent, yes?
Yes, it is very recent, with only the past couple of days. We try to track it down as much, but it's random. We tried checking the food and the feed for the animals, but that in and of itself, nothing has changed. And I had my men kind of go through each corners. It only happened a couple of days ago, but it wasn't anything violent. And the animals still did their duties. It wasn't until this morning where things started to go amok.
Yes, again, I asked Miss Madeline, right? That was
Yes, Miss Madeline.
yes. Okay, asked her previously, and I'm still curious. What exactly are they transporting? Is that possibly the issue? Assumedly, it's something physical. After all.
It's anything. Farm goods from some of the traders out in the city. In the farmlands, we've had metalworks and metal shavings and bars.
But specifically
from-
the incidental ones. What have
The
they been?
incidental- The shipments have been anything. Some goods, perishable goods. We had some lumber that was taken out. And then honestly, which is very odd, it looks like, and he kind of pauses, a shipment that just came in 2 days ago from the Vaku Trading Company. Turns out when it was happening, though, it was like this green glass that came out.
So you said lumber, the Vaku, and what was the third incident?
Just perishable goods.
Perishable goods. And those two were from where? The lumber and the goods?
The lumbers and the goods, yes, those were happening just 2 days ago. And that was happening today. In fact, the ox that went away was carrying some lumber from the Foresters Guild. But
So the Foresters Guild. And then where did the perishable goods come from?
just some of the farmers from around the area.
Interesting.
Jeff is like, what are you getting at, Drake?
Well, it's just again, you pointed out the eyes, right? And if it's
Yes.
nothing wrong with their food or the way they take care of the animals, assumedly this isn't anything from their end, then you would assume it's something from the client's end.
We make sure, and Madeline goes, no, we make sure that our animals are taken care of primarily by our druids ourselves. And then Ross says, and we've made sure to cross-check every single druid that has come through here. We made a mistake 4 years ago, and we didn't want that mistake happening again.
No, it's very understandable, especially from talking to you two. You all very much take care of your goods and you don't seem to be at fault for this. But if it's not on you, well, this has to come from somewhere. So assumedly, then it's the goods. If it's the Vaku and this strange green glass that we've been looking into, well, that one makes sense. What about these other two? It's just a thought, but there's no reason not to inquire about. You said the Lumber Guild. What was it called?
It was the Foresters Guild, the farmers group, and then the Vaku Trading Company.
Well then, I suppose we can leave you to your investigation of the bull. If something comes up, I mean, you know where to find Jeff. He works with the guards.
I'll make sure to bring in some extra guards to help you out here to clean up this place and maybe set up a couple of things to watch everything. That would be appreciated. Thank you so much.
However, it seems like we wouldn't be much help here, so we may as well check out, well, this Foresters Guild. Unless we have any other stops on the docket today.
I think we should be heading back. It is getting a bit later after all of that, but we can check that out tomorrow. And you both kind of like stand up, and they like stand up with you. Please, if there's anything that we can do to help, don't hesitate to call. We want to solve these issues as soon as we can.
We will keep that in mind, certainly. Yes, if you find anything, make sure to call us too. We're quite
No
curious.
problem. As you guys are leaving, Lux and Thomas, you're surrounded by five.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That's Jeff as we're leaving. We got a second. So
Yeah,
what was that
yeah.
wait
It's just-
here thing about? You were like, wait here, and you ran off, and then that. What was that about?
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Yes, but like, you know, if you ran off and then I lost sight, we were in a place I don't know. I would have lost you. That would have been the whole thing. As well as like, you know, I wouldn't want you to get hurt
Sorry.
either.
Sorry, when things get a bit things, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure people are okay, and I know you can handle yourself. It's just it's a reflex, and after
Yes.
everything that happened with Evanlock, it's
Look, Jeff, it's great you want to make sure that people are okay, but who's going to make sure that you are okay?
I'm Fine.
See, you're fine now, but you took some nasty hits, as did I, from that bull. And I imagine with one less of us,
Ew.
it could have gone a lot worse. Listen, just, before you run off, alone, I'm here too. Just remember, you can rely on me to do things. We can do things together.
Fine.
You good?
Fine. Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
No, so
Listen,
no.
but the
Just
one thing that I need to figure this out though is this: if that green glass is what I think it is, and I think we know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
if that shipments are being targeted, I think it's just a hunch, but why now of all places?
Well, now of all times, it seems like if you want to cause an incident, there's how many important people in this town? There's bodyguards everywhere. We just got hired.
Yes, but
Now
that's
seems
more.
like a perfect time.
But I don't think it's more just about the fact that there are people in here. I think it's about the amount of things that are coming through here right now.
Well, think of the number of important people here, specifically, right? All of these head merchants, if you want to oversee something, very important, a trade deal, like the Vaku and all of the shipments,
Yes,
assumedly
but
they're
even
head
more
honchos
than-
here.
But even more than that, maybe because there's so much of the goods coming through here, it's a good time to strike.
Yes.
Cripple big things. And you guys, I'm guessing, are just discussing this as you're walking back.
Mhm.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the Warrens, Lux and Thomas, you're surrounded by a bunch of gutter snipes.
Wonderful.
Roll initiative.
Ready? You know how I said
18.
you know how I said I love and hate this dice?
Yeah.
6.
Okay. It's gonna go Thomas, all of the other people, and then you, Lux. So Thomas, you're first.
So, Thomas is just going to shout out, "All right, stand up, stand tall, watch your eyes," and I cast darkness using my harmonica again.
All right, and suddenly there's pitch black darkness surrounding everyone's like, "Where the hell did they go? Where are they?"
And I'm just going to stay close to Lux, and that is all I can really do for my turn.
All right, you want to run away? Do you want to move anywhere?
Nope, I'm just staying close.
Okay. They will come at you. They will have disadvantage to attack. One of the people, let's go see what this guy does. Okay, one person is going to try to is trying to take a rusty shiv and stab you in the darkness. I don't think a 8 will hit you.
Nope.
Nope, complete miss. All right, a attack is coming after Lux with a rusty scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that it is a 13 to hit you.
Nope.
Okay. Firing a bolt at you, Lux. That's not going to hit. And then the other two. Nope, that won't hit either. Yeah, none of the hits. You just keep getting hit. You all almost waving in the dark, trying to find you. You're up, Lux.
Lux would like to rage.
You can rage.
And then I am going to reckless attack. I am going to grab one of these guys in the darkness and pull him towards me.
Okay, that's only... So roll an attack, not with advantage.
Yeah, just a flat out one.
So you just flat roll.
18 plus 4. 22.
Oh yeah, you grapple someone and pull him in close. And you actually see he's it looks like to be a teenager. As you bring him in close. Get your hands off me, you stinking gnome!
Lux is gonna look at him with his eyes and just say, "You should have ran, boy."
Yeah, he spits in your face.
And he's going. Because of my my whip chain feat, I can use my bonus action to make an attack if I successfully grapple somebody.
Yes, you can make that attack.
And I'm going for non-lethal. He's basically looking to elbow him in the back of the head to basically knock him out.
Okay.
Oh, another 18. Natural.
That hits. Go and roll damage.
Okay, so with the weapon, it's a D6 because I'm not two-handing it.
Yeah, D6.
2 plus 2 plus 2. No, 2 plus 4, 6 plus another 2 because of my rage. So 6, 8 damage.
Yeah, he's knocked out. These are kids. These are
Yeah,
kids.
he's not killing them. He's just knocking them out.
Yeah, knock them out. They can't see anything going on. So, Thomas, it's your turn.
All right. With that, I think I'm just gonna try and pull my scythe out.
Okay. It appears in your hand. The wicked-looking scythe. Roll a D6 for me.
Right. That's a 3.
All right. This time it is a nice pair of the upper part of the bikini. This one is roll a D8 for me.
All right. 7.
Polka dotted.
Wonderful. But that will be my action, and I don't really have anything for a bonus action.
All right. Standing immensely. The other people can't see what's going on, so they're gonna make another attack against you with disadvantage. That'll miss. Attack. That'll miss. That'll. Oh, this one was after Lux, and it was a shot with a crossbow. Does an 18 hit you?
No.
Right, bounces off.
I'm
And one.
I'm one higher than that.
Yep, that's natural 1 attack. So all of the stuff is missing. You're up again though. You have an unconscious child.
I drop him.
Oh yeah, that was obvious. You drop him. Next.
And then I'm going to go for another one, and I'm doing the same effect.
Yep.
Reckless. So 16.
That is good. You reel him in. And this time it's a young. It's a 10-year-old girl this time, with a little knife and a shiv.
He's just gonna say to them, "I can do this all day."
Pop her on the head.
Just bop her on the head.
Okay, roll damage.
Yeah. Well, that was a natural 19 anyway. So same damage.
Yeah, she's knocked out too. Boom. And Thomas, you're looking over and you just see two, 16, like a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old, unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, it'd be a real shame to kill any of these kids. But now that I have my scythe out, I don't have any armor on, darkness is still going. I'm gonna find the nearest one, just try and clock him and knock him out myself.
All right. You do see in the periphery of the vision, you can make an attack with disadvantage because you are not darkness inclined, so you can't see either, and you centered it on yourself.
Devil sight.
Yes, devil sight.
Oh yeah, then you see a what looks like to be a 13-year-old halfling, or like, almost like a halfling kid, standing there with a little crossbow in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to them and just try and knock him out with the blunt end of the scythe.
Okay, go ahead. Roll attack, non-lethal.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits. Go and roll damage.
All right, that comes out to be 14. Yeah, 14.
That'll be enough. You knock that person out. At this point, the other guy's like, I can't see him. I can't see Basher and Asher. Scatter! And you just see a bunch of people running away. Kids running away. And combat is now over.
All right, and with that, I'll drop darkness. That way we can actually see anything.
All right.
Yeah, you see a 10-year-old girl, a 14-year-old boy, and Rags, as well as it's a halfling, so you don't know if it's a full-grown halfling or not. But he's sitting there, and they're all unconscious.
Oy. This might have not been the best place to go to for armor, but
Lux is going to lean down, look at the children, not say anything, and drop 150 coins for them. He's not going to say anything, but he's going to leave 2 wooden tokens for them. One's going to be of a wolf, and the other one's going to be of an eagle. He's going to put the wolf on the boy and the eagle on the girl. They're just whittled wood. And
Yep,
he's
you
just
do that.
gonna sit there and say, "I'm sorry," and then he's going to walk away.
All right, you do that. So you both are now walking away.
He's gonna make sure to wake up one of them, like wake up the one that he's gonna wake up the one that he just the boy that he beat up. He's gonna like smack him on
You
the
wake up. He like is looking at you friendly. He holds up like a
Stop.
rusty guitar.
Stop.
Stay back.
I'm giving you 150 gold.
Don't get me.
I'm not going to. Take the
He's
gold.
like panic.
Take the gold. Get some better clothes. Have a better start. Try to have a better start to your life. This is no way to live.
How do you know? How do you know he's thinking big?
What? And that's
He's thinking
when
big.
Lux's voice is going to change. And it's going to come out a little more gangstery. And he's going to be like, "Listen here. I was out on the streets for most of my life. I don't need to hear you crying about this kind of life. You don't know what it's like to be starving. Yeah, well, you might. But listen here. I'm not going to be taking this much more. I'm doing you a favor, you see. Now take the money and go."
He looks to you. He's making insight on you. Yeah, he's too scared to figure out anything. He looks at the gold, takes it.
Your friend,
He
too.
look- Of course I'm gonna share it with her.
Everyone.
Fuck everyone.
No. He's gonna then turn, like, rage look at him, going completely ethereal. Everyone.
Make an intimidation check on him.
I gotta look at it. 18 plus 4.
This kid is actually pretty good. He got a natural 20.
Ah.
He looks to you and he says, I'll share it with her. And he points the rusty scimitar to the girl. I'm not gonna share it with any of the other fucking piece of shit in this guild.
Guild? What guild?
He kind of like says it, "What's it to you, stinking big?"
Well, you see, where I come from, the children were always taken care of. But when they're out looking for scraps because they barely can hold a knife, they don't have any good weaponry. It kind of bothers me, you see. Now, what's
What's
the
Tom-
guild?
What's Thomas doing besides taking off the bikini top?
So I just kind of quietly knock that off to the side, sticking behind Lux for a little bit, and then kind of rubbing the back of his head that he got clubbed in. Takes a look over to him, takes a look at the girl, and I'm just gonna go try and give her a little bit of a wake up.
She wakes up, she's kind of like, she is looking here, and she is like at shock and just holding up the shiv, like, wordlessly.
I'm just gonna hang on to her arm and just say, "It's all right. All you gotta do is stop."
She just nods her head and puts the dagger down.
Look, I get it. You guys are in a bad spot. But here's the thing. You're trying to do this together now. Take what you got, go and find somewhere better to be.
the girl looks at you and just doesn't say a word, just stares at you. Can't talk. And she like lifts up her throat, and you see a nasty scar running across her throat.
Lux is trying very hard not to get even more mad. Who did that to her?
Guildhead.
What's his name or her name? Now!
He kind of like looks to you.
Do you want to get out of there?
Of course I do.
I
But we do.
will make that person pay.
It's a new guy. Came in.
What's his name?
He didn't give us a name.
What's he look like?
Big. Scaly.
So just thinking back, what was the color of the Dragonborn that we faced against in Evanlock?
Emerald green scales.
Was he green?
The little girl just nods her head really quickly. Carried a
Really
bunch
big pole arm?
The boy says, don't know about a pole arm, but he had a giant looking cleaver thing on a big old stick. Said that he was taking over. Said that we should be honored. Be useful to his lady, whatever the hell that is. Didn't even see no broad or anything around.
He's just Lux is just gonna lean down and look at the girl, and he's gonna say to her, "New management's going to be taking over his management soon." I just say to both of them, both of you, you need to just hide. You just get out. If you tell me where it is, where this man is, I will gladly dispatch of him.
Don't know. He has left a couple. He left a while ago, didn't give anything. Listen, we don't know anything about this.
Yes, but
That's all we know.
But I don't tolerate people that hurt children.
He kind of like gives you a laugh. You don't do well in this city. You're stinking big. And he grabs.
I look.
And he just grabs the little girl.
Stinking big. I'm smaller than you.
Yeah.
I'm a
Don't
gnome.
mean it's big.
I'm small naturally.
I'm big.
And he's just gonna look
And-
at. He's gonna look at them and he's just gonna say, "You don't have a name. You don't have anything you can give me."
I just kind of give Lux a nudge. We know.
Well,
Got nothing.
please take your time out there and try to keep safe.
He just grunts. Takes the hand of the girl and they start walking away.
Look out for each
You
other.
know, they just walk. And you left there in the street. There's still the unconscious halfling too.
Oh, he would. Lux would have woke him up.
No, he smokes. What the fuck? Shit.
Who is the man that took over your guild?
Yeah, this is a bad idea. He got under new management about 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of new people started heading up.
Was it their ideas to start mugging people?
No. We always mug people.
Okay. Well, be on your way. Be thankful to have your life.
Will do. He just picks himself up in his
All of 'em.
crossbow. And he just leaves.
Lux just
Mean!
looks.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, Lux just looks at Raz and goes. Pardon me, not Raz, but Farmer Boy and goes. We're gonna be going dragon hunting soon.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in a nice room with walls decorated with different tapestries and a long round table, you see that there is everyone, Roland, Damien, and Honor are standing. You all are standing behind Ed as the three lords, as you see Lady Ordelia, Lord Rajat, and Lord Nigel are all sitting there and they're discussing things. Now, you see Rajat go, right. So we're going to discuss this between the three of us, including the new blood. How the hell do you think we want to do this? You see, the elder Ordelia look at him. Oh, Rajat. No, I believe we must be handling this with a delicate hand. The fact that the Vakus are here is very dangerous, and also very profitable, especially since new merchandise from the Empire could do well to bolster our folds. And he seems about, they haven't helped us before in the minerals. What we need now is more supplies. We need more grain, we need more weapons, we need more iron, we need more lumber. I believe that is more the equation of what you need, Lord Rajat. And you then goes, yes, I believe that it is more important that we discuss what is needed for everyone here, not simply what are the needs for a northern lord. My apologies, Master Rajat. And you see, everyone can make an insight check on as Lord Rajat. Damien, Roland at disadvantage, but Honor as well. Okay. And disadvantage for Roland because of the poison. I should also mention you also have an addled mind, and that means it is literally disadvantage on all saving throws or all ability checks. Skill checks.
Yay for being poisoned.
Roland?
Might have AFK. Probably AFK'd again.
AFK. Yeah. Alright.
It's fine.
Then you guys see that he is bristled at that comment from Lord Nigel. Like, he is angry at that.
There's under the impression we weren't supposed to insult him. Say to Damien and Roland.
Why do we not insult him again?
We're not supposed to.
Yes,
you-
why?
Fragile ego. Typical noble.
You see as then Lord Rajat says, be that as it may, you are new to this higher echelons, Lord Northwood. You have to understand we are on a high profile here. And you see the young man next to Lady Ordelia say, yes, we are all aware. Please, everyone. I understand that this business here is talking about more about the trade deals. But we should remember what all of this is for. And you see the lady go, young Jonah is right. Please. And she says, Thank you, Lady Odelia. My lords and ladies, and he looks to everyone. He actually acknowledges Honor and Damien. You see he acknowledges you guys too, as he bows his head respectfully to you. We all must be here for a reason. There have been constant attacks on the northern parts of our territories. Lord Rajat, you mentioned that you are under siege at the moment. No, we're not under siege, boy. Yeah, Roland, you see the same thing as him. He is agitated by that comment that Nigel made, but he says, "You're right. That's not a siege. It's more like we're being constantly attacked by barbarians, orc attacks, and the like. Except now they're being much more focused, stronger, and more happenstance, and I've been getting less and less shipments for the longest time. And I understand that that's important. The fact that we are trying to still figure out where those shipments have gone. The bandits have been worse around the area, but we have to make sure that we are dealing with that. It would be helpful if we could have some work on that." And you see Lord Northwood go, "Actually, I would like to think our discussion is pertinent. I've recently hired some mercenaries, and they have found a very interesting problem. Apparently, Lord Rajat, your deliveries have been taken by a group of bandits." And the point? And you see the gnome goes, "And why would that ever be a problem to Lord Rajat? There are bandits everywhere. You offer nothing to us, Lord Nigel, little Northwood." And he looks, "It might be prudent to know, however, that they were found in the company of a dangerous cult." And immediately everyone looks at him. And you see Lady Odelia go, "And why is this an issue? And what cult would that be, Lord Northwood?" "Apparently around here in Ostia there has been a problem that has been trying to be put down, that you should have been well made aware of, Lord Odelia. This is your providence. However, it must have slipped your attention. I had my mercenaries go, and they found out that a city called Ebenlock was currently under entirely cultist purview. They found your store of weapons, and they had no idea what it was for, but they destroyed it." And he says, "Then you must give me the reprimand." And then you see the little note goes, "Well then, you must give reparations to Lord Rajat for this." And you see, that can be arranged. But I think what is more prudent is the fact that this has happened at all. And the woman you see the woman next to her and smile. "I'm sure that all of this is put to rest, but it must be absurd. A cult? Of what? I believe it has to do with the dragon worshipping cult that was disbanded 4 years ago." Northwood just puts his hand up for Roland.
Okay, again, Roland's not familiar with their customs, hence why he's asking the boss and the guy paying him.
Yeah, he waves his hand like not talking. He says, I believe the fact that we can have all this is connected. I believe, however, that we should not make our problems known. I will gladly pay you reparations, Lord Rajat. But I also would rather us be more well aware of what is going on. Lady Odelia, I didn't want to take any intrusive news. And you see Jonah go, "Of course, we thank you that we were stopped. I hate to say it, but what happened to the people of Ebenlock? They were all killed. Unfortunately, whatever this cult did to the people turned them into nothing more than mindless husks. A dangerous thing." And you see Jonah looks legitimately sad at this. And they say down, that is... I'm truly sorry.
Insight check that.
Yes, you can.
Fair enough.
It wasn't right. He's truly sad about that. We'll have to make it so right. But I agree. So, what should we do? And Rajat goes, I think we need to hear Northwood. I think we need to hear Vaku out. Find what he can take, and take it. For this isn't, whether whether shadow cults or not. The fact is that my lands are being terrorized more by the barbarians to the north. We managed to get lots of recruits and money that to my people. I'll take it wherever I can. Lady Odelia Lord Northwood goes, yes, but we need to be more prudent. I believe we need to understand what we're getting in these deals, and we need to be certain that it is for our benefit. If there wasn't somehow due to any things. I think it means that you're just a coward, you stupid little young lordling. And you see him bare his fangs at Lord Northwood. And you just see Lady Odelia just snap her, clang her cane on the ground. Enough children, my goodness, there's enough testosterone in here that you could make a brothel happy. I believe what we should do is listen to the young Vaku's part. But I think we are aware of the problems. Now, gentlemen, if you would be thinking with your heads and not what's below your legs, you would realize that we are in a problem. I didn't know about the cultist activities. And I thank you, Lord Northwood, for rectifying this oversight in my knowledge. But next time, I would be grateful if you would include me in such things. Or very well include my assistant here. And she points a hand to Jonah. And Nigel goes, I'm sorry. I'll make sure to do that next time. And she turns to Rajat. Now, and for you, Lord Rajat, we are aware of the needs of what our people have gone through, and defending our northern borders against the barbarous tribes of the north. However, what I would understand is that for such, I'll make sure to send personally and honor a guard of some of our finest men out there to help train and protect your land. I think we need to all sit down, listen to young Vincent, and decide later. We shouldn't rush into these things, nor should we just dismiss them entirely. Are we in accord? And you see the little gnome glower at her, and you see Rajat hold up his hand. I can agree to that. And you see Nigel go, your wisdom is well known, Lady Odelia, and is well received. I believe we should be doing that as well. Good. Now, I am quite tired, and these old legs are that. Jonah, could you please... Of course. And she, gets up. We'll be seeing each other off. Good day to you, too. And she kind of leads off to Jonah. And they pass by. Dear Nigel, I would love to know more about you and your companions. Come join me this evening for dinner. You may bring along one of your companions. And you see Jonah look and whisper in her ear. Oh. And she gives a smirk. If you can. And she looks to you, Honor. My dear, what is your name?
Anna Tolveski, milady.
Tversky. Ah! Hubert's prodigy.
I am. I'm impressed you are aware.
Oh, my dear, I've been aware of young Huberts and Hubies very, very things. He actually tried to court me at one point.
Well, I can happily say his typical practices are still in effect.
It's good to know some consistencies of your imperial types are also refreshing. The fact that you are so rigid. It's nice to know there's some consistency. Would you be caring to join us for dinner? You and Lord Nigel will be welcome into our courts. I would love to hear how little Hubert is doing these days.
I would be honored, my lady.
Really good. And
Very
she
big smile.
Yep. She looks to you, and you see Jonah go, "Thank you very much for the honor, milady honor." And he bows his head and leaves. And you just say, you see the Rajat go, "Well, we'll be going too." And he says, "Rayana, Regina, Farron, come." And he stands up, and you just see them leave. You see the woman give a slight knowing smile to Roland.
Roland bows his head respectfully.
And you just see Nigel go very interesting, just very rigid at this. Well, that went better than most.
What concerns me is their lack of concern regarding their own citizens. How is it that a group of invading barbarians is more important than a group of cultists that can destroy you from within?
You have to understand, Roland, that
That's
these nobles.
typical.
It's typical. When I came to the north, when I came to formerly Torchwood, well, let's just say that the former family Torchwood, they had more than what they needed and less than what they needed is very much in their eyes. The peasants and the surrounding areas were so poor they could hardly grow crops to feed a family of two. I liquidated most of the estate except for one house and gave that money and property so that I could bring in some druids, the troubadours actually. Made so I came in contact with them. Damien here was one of those who came with me. Thank you for that, by the way, Damien.
When did we do that again?
It doesn't seem like I'll be needed for the dinner. What do you need me to do, Lord Northwood?
We interact with the other staff. You seem to be catching the eyes of some of the ladies. Is that to your advantage? Make them talk. The fact that I know someone knows it here. They're not. Unfortunately, from what I know about cults, from what I've read, and from what Stalker has told me about this one, doesn't matter if they're old or young, noble or non-noble. They infect us from within. I drove them from my lands. Now they're here. But that is not what worries me at this present point.
What worries you as the music kicks up perfectly?
Rajat's or sits in wait has made himself a very dangerous ally.
Who?
That gnome. His name
Who
is.
is he?
I've heard of him. Varen Raglan. He's from a place called. They're the most. If what I remember correctly, from my own sources, what Stalker told me. He's from a place called Mineral Hope, and is the new lord of that place. I should say the new Dawn. And that bodes ill for us all. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Sounds good to me, man. Thanks for having me as always.
You guys got a great amount of information. Drake, you
Yeah, we
guys
did.
did fantastic. Thank you for an awesome session. Though now I feel
It
like
was great seeing Drake on his own.
Yeah.
I
Drake,
didn't get stabbed.
You got bonked.
By the way, Souls, thank you
Yep.
for that information.
No problem.
Souls, how you doing?
I went quiet throughout the whole thing. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I can't talk. I can't talk. I can't talk.
Is that why the camera went off?
Yeah, because I didn't want to. I didn't want to show my facial expressions. I don't need it. I don't need people to know things.
I am evil. What can I say? You give me characters, I will make sure that they're into the backstory.
Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about that. I'm just, it's picking up. And I'm
No.
loving it.
Yes. But thank you guys. That was a fantastic roleplay session. And some of you have...
blackmail you with video if you don't show your facial expressions.
That's true enough. That's true enough. I mean, I am on Twitch, and you did turn off your camera, so that's unfortunate.
I did that deliberately. I
I
wasn't letting you
know.
see it. You will not know.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Alright,
You
see ya,
too,
son.
Sype.
See ya, Sype.
See ya.
Also, I feel like unintentionally I had a somewhat weird romance thing with Zesk again.
I loved it. I ship it. I ship it
Oh,
so
God.
much. I'm gonna drop
Zest.
fan art.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna hear in the background is, oh.
I just want fan art of the two of them at a bar just cheering Steins together.
That would be a good pick.
Zesk, help.
Nope. Nope. It's
Thank
Zesk
you all
approved.
for Damien. You have... Now that you're level 14, you're going to have a lot more to do, though, next time.
But he still can't punch for shit.
I still love the fact that invisible.
I'm so mad I
No.
rolled that poorly. Like, honestly upset.
I mean, I still rolled higher than you.
Yes, you did.
You did roll higher. You did roll higher. Alright, remember, guys, next week we will not be having our regularly scheduled Ordelian, our Chaos, or Babysitters group. We are actually going to be doing
The
a
Ordelia
one-shot.
campaign, let's be honest here.
At this point, the Babysitters might as well be Ordelian, or Babysitters, or, wait until Kalon gets Fireball. Because I know you told her that.
Yes, I did.
Ray, no Fireball. Please no.
Yes, Fireball.
There's still
Oh,
time to
the
wait.
fireball.
I'm on Fireball.
Let's
Do,
go
do, 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 do.
Fireball.
No.
Okay.
Now, all I'm picturing is that child drinking like schnapps and then spitting out a fireball out of its mouth.
I already have a character ready. I just need the character sheet, Pastor.
Oh, shoot, I haven't actually made it on D&D. I have to actually make that. I will put that up there later this week. So, yep. So, yes, we'll having, by the way, just as a reminder to anyone doing that, I think it's going to be, Gentle, Souls, Haley, and Matter, and Rebel, unless I'm missing anyone else.
I haven't decided if I'm cleric or ranger. And I
Yeah,
almost want
so
to make the souls pay.
What?
I think
What
it's just
Pathfinder with the
Gentle,
Ranger.
Rebel,
Oh,
Matter.
God.
Yeah, it's just the five. It's just the five of you: Haley, Gentle, Matter, Souls, and Rebel. And you are all going to be level 20, fighting the dreaded Moby
Fun.
Duck.
I mean,
Moby
like,
Duck.
Moby Duck.
Moby Duck.
Oh,
Unless
I'm,
Raz
I'm
wants to
halfway.
join
I'm
or
halfway tempted to
ask.
make Darkwing Duck to counteract it.
I mean, if there's an extra space, I will gladly make a character and play.
there's only
And
5
you
of us
can
so far.
join us. Yes, you can be. I'm gonna stop it at 6 because I need to make this a fair and fun encounter. level 20, if you have even stuff that you want to do just randomly, like just shoot it by me. I know Gentle is going to be shooting by me a paladin character, which is going to be awesome. Good luck with that. But like I said, it's level 20. Have fun.
Yeah. I think I might do a level 20 artificer.
You know, Haley's doing a level 20, but Haley's doing level 20 rogue. That's going to be fun.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
And if she gets assassinate and she has advantage on her dex, oh.
Well, that's if she goes
God.
assassin.
Yeah, I know, but
That's-
like, if she attacks first before Ducky, that could be
I know.
damage. That could be
Take
damage.
3 levels of fighter. Improved critical.
You need 3 levels.
Yeah, 3 levels of fighter.
Ah, and
That's
you go
a-
champion.
Yes.
Hmm.
And you can get duelists to get an extra +2.
True shade there.
Indeed. Anyway, I'm going to let go, everyone.
I'm still thinking Ranger.
Fantastic session. Great role play by everybody. You all have got very big pieces of information right now.
Yup.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
a nice
lot
slip
of
up
fun.
on N though. It's like that just triggered me.
Yeah, I know.
Like
Sorry. When
motherfucking N.
you had a villain called N in the last one, and then you have a noble named Nigel Northwood, it's hard for me not to slip.
Triggered.
Oh well, he's just the grandson. Surprise!
Anyway, good night, everyone. Good night,
Take
everyone.
care.